Hey RCologists, it's me, RC. Guess what? I'm out of quarantine. So, this is where I'm at right now. Look at that sunrise. And so do I. So, I learned some things from being in quarantine. I learned that I can't be locked up because I get claustrophobic. I can't breathe. My anxiety's really bad. I mean, that's not that surprising. I felt like a caged animal. And any type of respite that I've tried to get, it kind of was ruined. And it was never the patients. The patients were amazing at where I was located. I actually really love them, and I hope one day that maybe I can meet them again, work with them again. I don't know. I'm probably not in that location, just because, to be honest, as a former supervisor, a former team leader, and a former trainer of other trainees, I was taught differently. I was taught to be, I was taught to lead by role model, and maybe explain every little thing that I was doing, because newbies don't always know. And unfortunately, where I was located, they're not all newbies. Maybe new to the company or new to this or that, but I was just very disappointed, just because my home health staff, they're amazing. Great supervisor, really our communication was on par. Our just amazing staff for home health with my company. But I was very disappointed in this living facility, just because they were great with the patients, at least majority of them. Some of the clients, some of the staff were maybe a little overwhelmed, which is understanding with this pandemic. And I don't even blame them, honestly. I just wish people would learn to social distance better. So staff like our healthcare staff, our RN staff that are living in these living facilities, they wouldn't have to be cooped up. They wouldn't have to sacrifice seeing their family. These are good people. They're just under a lot of stress, and unfortunately, I do not take well to negativity. And maybe it was me, maybe it was them, maybe it was a little bit of both, but I decided to part ways, because I do miss my home health clients. And one of my supervisors said that they actually were asking for me, which is a big deal to me, because that means I'm doing something right. When I was working at this home health, when I was working at the living facility, which I've worked in other places before, home cares, whether private owned or big like a company, or but this place was very different. And like I said, it could just be because of the pandemic. There could be several different things going on. It could just be everyone was. It was just very unpleasant. It was very unwelcoming, at least towards me. At least that's what I felt. And when I tried to bite my tongue, just hold out, that bottling stuff up never helps. When you have a situation like this with new people, new trainees, you want to make sure that the person who's in charge of them, or somebody, is able to be there and listen to them, and feel what they feel, whether it's negative or not. Maybe not letting them dwell on it, but at least letting them say their piece is key. And I was just very, very disappointed in the leadership, or lack thereof, just because some of her subordinates were subordinate. They made their own rules. They told other people what to do, when I remember in the meeting saying that she is the lead, she is the boss lady, if you will. But everybody has power trips. In the past when I was working at Radio Shack, I've done the same thing, and I've learned from those mistakes at a very young age. So it was very hard seeing an older woman treat people the way she would treat people. And at some point, maybe tomorrow morning, I will call HR and let them know what was going on, and how disappointed I was with the leading staff. And but like I said, they're wonderful people, hardworking, but under a lot of stress. And I think that maybe a little bit more staff would help. Maybe regulating some of the tasks to other people would probably lift that burden. And because it was a very hostile working environment, and there was some joking and stuff like that, but it was very inappropriate joking, especially to new people who don't know that they're joking. I take my job very seriously. My patients are my number one, and so unfortunately, I didn't even get to say goodbye to them, of course, because they were sleeping. I left at after midnight or 2 o'clock in the morning. I can't remember. I just left in a rush. I just had to get out of there. I left some of my stuff, which I'm gonna have to pick up at some point, grow some balls and face it, I guess. But I love being a nurse aide, and I love being a home health aide, and I know how to work at a facility. When I was interning, I was offered a job at the time, and unfortunately I couldn't take it because of transportation. So when you go into a facility that it's training new people, and I guess there's a lot to be learned. Not everybody is a good trainer, unfortunately. There are very many people who are knowledgeable, very wise, and then know what they're doing, but don't know how to show others how to do so. So I guess moving forward, there's a lot of stuff that could be done that could better this location, and it's an amazing location. Great, like I said, great people, good people. It's just communication skills, task dividing, organization skills definitely need to be worked on. There's certain things here and there. Obviously, OCA stuff must be compliant. HIPAA as well. I myself was there. I was copying some of the people who are there longer than me, and maybe I picked up their bad habits, or maybe because in home health, well, when I was with my clients' houses, I never touched my phone. I tried to keep it in my purse, and all my attention were on my clients one by one. And so it was different in this situation, just because we don't have access to the outside world like how we would in home health. So you have to rely on your phone. You have to rely on this and that. And so, but I'm free and honey, oh here. There's a lot to learn for myself, and I really appreciate being given the chance to experience that facility. Maybe one day, like, I hope I'm still I know I'm still with the company, but if ever some position opens up, like when I go back to school, I don't know, I'm gonna take what I learned from that facility and use it in the future to better myself, better any place that I work at. Should I choose to open a care home? Should I choose to go back into the hospital? I don't know. It's an open door for me, and it's a great learning experience. And I applaud the staff there for working so hard. Not all of them were the same. There's some that this Madam Chef, she was amazing. No names, but you know who you are. I'm so proud to have known you, to eaten your food. It was amazing. And I had to portion control so I could still lose weight, which I did. I lost 5 pounds. Yeah, there's good people everywhere. You just gotta remember that sometimes you can't take it seriously, or you can't take it personally. Some people were just brought up different. I was brought up to I was brought up to respect my elders. I was brought up to listen to them. So when somebody purposely says, "Oh yeah, you know, sometimes I purposely talk loud, just to annoy her," or whatever, it is inappropriate. Whether it's joking or not, you don't say that. It's not in that work environment, not with new people. It's just, it shows a lack of respect for their self, for their job, and for the kupuna who they're supposed to be taking care of. And that's what it comes down to. Very much lack of respect. Lack of respect for her leader, lack of respect for the patient, and lack of respect for others who are trying to learn and who wanted to help. Mr. Beautiful Eyes, I will return that beautiful book that made me laugh. Just like the first 3-4 pages. I'm gonna finish it and return it and look for it online so I can buy one for myself. Again, I want to thank that person for showing me that maybe that's what I was like in the past at Radio Shack, and it's just very hard to watch. Yeah, so be very careful what you say. I try to say thank you. I try to say I appreciate you, even for some small things. I may come off bossy, I may come off know-it-all-y, I may come off many things, but my intentions are true. And sometimes some people can't handle that truth, and that's okay. And at that point, that doesn't become, that's their problem, not mine. So I chose to, unfortunately, I could not choose the patients over myself at this situation. I had to choose my mental health. I had to choose to rise above it. And a week ago, I had an affirmation for something, and I wanted to reiterate that affirmation. So today is June 4th, and I choose to use the affirmation: forgive those who don't deserve it. Love those who can't. And give to those who never receive. Alright, Arceologists, it's RC signing off. Love you. Bye-bye.